I'm your girl Nicole, and this is Couch Vibes. So let's all introduce ourselves.
Hi, my name is Kelechi, and you can follow me on Instagram at KELECHI88.
My name is EKENE. My Instagram is pretty complicated, but you'll find about it later.
Hi, my name is Chidima, but my Instagram is chidi.chid. It's going to be in the link somewhere.
Hi everyone, my name is Nautica, and that's it.
My name is Nice. You can follow me on Instagram at Nice with a Beats. That's NYCEWITITBEATZ.
My name is Brian. Follow me on Instagram at Niger Fly Guy.
Yeah, my name is Erin.
Okay, so let's get started. So the topic for today is very interesting. The question is, should a girl or woman feel pressured to say yes to a proposal in public, but to reject the individual in private? Then we're assuming it's because she doesn't want to get married to the person. So what are our thoughts?
That's a very good question, and hard.
There's so many things behind it. How many years have they been together?
Yeah, that's true.
Let's say in this particular scenario, I'll just give a scenario. Let's say the person, they've been together for like 5 years.
Okay.
Wow.
The guy is wasting.
That's a long
Wow.
And that's a very long time.
That's a very long time.
Oh,
That's how I feel.
you think 5 years is too?
And he's just not proposing?
Yeah.
But then
So I have a question. If the guy's proposing, are we talking about a young couple or an older couple? As in age 29, 30 or age 20, 21?
In this scenario I'm providing, because we can always change up the scenarios, we can give different, but in this particular scenario I'm making up in my mind right now, I would say that this couple could be older.
So if it's 5 years, then time is against them,
Oh.
right? And I'm sure as a woman, you already have a lot of plans, to have kids, to have that dream job, to have that dream home, to have that dream husband. You already have things ahead of you. But then at the end of the day, the question does say that she's the one that actually doesn't want the marriage anymore, right?
Or she doesn't want to get married. Yeah, she doesn't. We're assuming that she doesn't want to get married to him at that time. Now, behind closed doors, she could say, "Oh yeah, it's not the right time," but within her, she could be really like, "Yeah, I just don't want to get married to you." You get me? We don't know, but all we know is that she doesn't want to get married to him.
I'm just picturing one of those like wild scenarios that you see like on Instagram. Well, like, a girl would just be put on the spot like in public. Oh, would you marry me? And then if she's feeling too much pressure at that time, like I feel like let's say for example the 5 years, the relationship has been on for 5 years, and then he proposes to you public. Like your answer should still be the same. In public or in private. Like if you don't want to marry the person, you shouldn't just accept it and then in private tell them that okay, I just accept it because we are in public. I feel like either ways it doesn't make it any better. Like your answer should be the same.
Do you think? So if she's not feeling him, she should just say.
If she's not feeling the person, don't say yes. It's like one of those things that people do. You want to shoot a truck life, but then just rip off the bandage.
Can I ask you a question? If this happened to you, God forbid, but if this happened to you to where you proposed to somebody and she said no to you, or her answer is no, would you rather her tell you in public when everybody else is seeing this?
Your mama is there, your pop is there, your auntie, everything, everybody.
Personally, I have a different outlook on life. Like it's just like if I'm doing something and if that's how she feels, I'd rather have her just say how you feel, and like if you're gonna reject it in front of everybody. If you're gonna accept it, however you want to accept it.
I feel like if I were to propose to a woman in public, I'm going into that knowing
Right.
I'm taking a chance. Like I know what I'm
That
doing.
she might say yes or
She might say yes, she might say no. Whatever answer she gives me, I'm okay with that because I made that decision to do that in public.
I just feel like that's so foolish to do it in public and not know, like.
Right.
If
She
she's not
has
saying
to
yes.
bother me every day about,
Yeah.
my friend is getting married.
Right then, okay, but if you
I
guys,
think it's a sense
right,
all the
but if
time.
you're not clear on whether or not she would say yes, I just feel like that's.
But I think the reason why we do it is it's like we're not ashamed. We want to show everybody. I want to show everybody how I feel about you.
But if
You
you
should have shame.
But
There should be some shame there. And this
But even then, like if you do feel this way about her, then don't you kind of owe her a conversation beforehand to know where she's at with getting engaged and getting married
Yeah, of
in the near
course.
future?
I look at it as 5 years is enough time to know a person.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
he knew her well enough, he would have probably done it in private.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, he doesn't know her well enough that she had to decline in
Right.
public. So let's look at it as
And that's where he messed up.
exactly.
okay, so the party who's at fault, you guys feel like the party that's at fault is the guy.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily the guy. I would also say the girl. Because if you love him and maybe at some point in life you want to get married to him, why decline?
Like what you see
At that moment, like you said, you would say yes and maybe postpone it, or when
But
other
I
people
think
ask you,
that
hey, what's going
that
on?
should be
You work
established.
together
Be like,
for 5 years.
we're
You
still
can't be
waiting
engaged
on
for
it.
5 years.
Yeah.
But even
You
then-
know,
That's what-
getting married.
Even then, if you guys have been together for this long, right? You I feel like you should be sure whether or not you want to marry them.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
like you're just getting engaged. Just because you're getting engaged doesn't
Doesn't mean that you
mean
can't
that you
wait
have to
it
get
out.
married the next week. Like if
Right.
you're not quite ready at that point, you guys can get married maybe. a year
And I
from
can
now,
understand the
whatever.
girl's point of view. Why you rushing me? Why you rushing it?
Is
Maybe
it
we
5
talked about
years?
it last night and you're still rushing me to get married to you. What's your motive?
But at the same time, we've been together for 5 years.
I don't think it's a rush.
People get
So-
married. People
I don't
get
think
together. Yeah, it's not a rush.
It's definitely
Like,
not a rush.
what if it was an argument? You know, maybe she said no, I'm not ready, and he's like, yes, I'm gonna do it anytime
Then
soon.
he's
That's not him.
Well,
It's very-
he deserves to get embarrassed. I would be there if my friend was a girl. She was like, "Oh my God, Tyrone, whatever." What? Nicole, why did you do that? Tyrone wants to propose, but I'm not ready or whatever. And he said he's gonna go out in the mall and propose to me. I'll be front and center, ready for that rejection because he deserves it. Why? I mean, he doesn't deserve it, but why are you forcing yourself on an
And
individual?
you kind of put yourself in that situation.
Because she already said no.
Plus, I feel like you can indirectly assess the girl or like your partner, like if they're gonna say yes or no.
Or
to
no,
the
yeah.
proposal.
So
You can't
that's
just
the
put them on
point.
blast.
It's a
like,
surprise.
You guys, the surprise is the actual event. Like for example, for example, like somebody said, "Oh, come and meet me here at the collection or whatever," and you are thinking like, "Oh, we're just gonna meet here just to hang out," but really like there's a whole like thing going, a whole party, a whole birthday party. The surprise is the fact that there is the party, but the shock should not be like,
The proposal.
the whole fact that we're here in the first place.
Yeah.
Their shock should not be that, okay, like, I didn't know you wanted to get married. Because that's a wrong confusion to have.
Yeah.
But you were mentioning, I could have, like, assessing your partner to see if they're ready for marriage. How do you do that? How can you assess somebody?
I think
Like popping
It's
out,
how they talk.
secret questions like, oh, what do you think
Yeah.
of this ring? It's so pretty. And she might say, oh, I'm not ready. No, I don't like it yet.
What they like, the type of diamond they want. So like you kind of.
If she says she likes a diamond, it's kind of like
Yeah,
saying, I
yeah.
want you to marry me.
But-
But if she
No,
kind of
it's
says,
not.
that ring is not ready,
Yeah.
or I'm not ready for that ring, you should already know that she's probably not ready.
It doesn't even have to revolve around like taking her around the ring. Just,
Yeah.
Or
It's
a
just-
wedding
just-
dress,
just how-
or a
just-
baby.
It's just
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
it was
not
a 5
like-
years even.
It can also
Before the
just
5
be
years
like-
even
It
past.
she even like look at that dress?
Yeah, like,
Is it beautiful to her?
is
Does
she a bridesmaid
talk
to a
about-
wedding? Is she like, oh, she's so pretty on her wedding day? There's some
But
ring
it could
to
also
it.
just be, it could be normal questions
It's just
about
a normal
like,
conversation.
How do you feel
Yeah,
about
it
that?
could be conversations about where she may want to be in life before she gets engaged. So you
Yes.
could ask like, oh,
Maybe she's in school.
yeah.
I feel like that's
Simple
stuff you
conversations
establish,
like
like when you first start even talking to that person.
Nah.
But things
No.
that they
Some
Not
girls-
established,
Let me-
but like just
You should
how
talk
do you-
about their butt.
let me
and
like
tell you
okay,
why that
before
is
the
so
5
bad.
years even pass, like say they've been together for like a year,
Mhm.
like or going on 2 years. That's when I think like you make those stuff like, oh, how do you feel about this kind of situation? What's your stances on this?
But even
Not
in-
like
in
right
this-
then when you meet them, but
in
before
this
5.
scenario-
I'm not letting 5 years go by and I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
But
some,
like you can
Yeah.
some
have,
people do. This is the reality of life.
but then too
I'm not
you can
wasting
have
my
that
time.
conversation maybe 1.5, 2 years in. But if 5 years have gone by, I'm sure things have changed
What
very
makes
drastically.
5 years
from-
go by?
A lot.
Seriously.
Some people were in high school and then 5 years after they're
But-
still
but
just
they're-
finishing college and you haven't
These
even
couples
finished.
are an older couple.
Yeah.
So they already know what they want in life.
But even
So
with
the
We are
marriage,
assuming they know what they want because we know that there's
as a
people-
woman, if that's 30, she should know what she wants in life.
Yeah, we're assuming. We're assuming. Yeah, I know.
I've never met a
At one
30-year-old
point-
that knows
Well,
I mean,
At one point, when
No,
you
no,
do
no,
5 years
Jen
and you're older,
Maybe.
the thing
what. He
is,
started life at the age of 30.
And the first
never know.
happen. Things
but
happen.
the reason why I said we're assuming
She's
is
just trying to be single.
That's
5 years is a very long
Right.
time.
right.
the reason why I'm saying assuming is because we have an image of where people we would like to think where people would be at certain ages. So we would like to think that people at the age of 18 are like inexperienced, immature, reckless, when the reality is there actually are a handful of 18-year-olds who are actually serious, who kind of have an idea of where they want their life to be at. And then we can escalate that to 30, 20, 25-year-olds, right? We have an idea of, oh, they just graduated college, blah, blah, they're trying to get their life together. And that's an assumption based off of the general population. We can even escalate to 50-year-olds. We would like to think that all 50-year-olds are experienced and
But with
we-
life comes with experience, with age comes with experience. So if you're a stupid 50-year-old,
Yes.
that's your own personal experience.
But that is the fact that they've had all those experiences, but they haven't chose to,
To be
learn
straight.
something from it. So that's why, it's good that we have that general idea of that 30-year-old having it together. But the reality is, especially in this generation that we're in right now, there's a lot of 30-year-olds that don't really know what they're
I've
doing.
met a lot of 30-year-olds that don't know what they want.
They actually, and so this is a very interesting topic to think about because, we might all know that 30-year-olds.
I've never met a female 30-year-old that doesn't know what she wants.
Well, she might be trying to still feel young and fresh and funky, So let's go back to the original question. So Aaron, can I ask you, if you were in a relationship with a guy, you liked him, but
I mean, yeah.
you liked him or whatever, but he just wasn't the one. But you just happen to be in a relationship. Husband material. What is husband? Let's hold that. What is husband material? So, but he just wasn't the one maybe at that time or whatever. But he was providing whatever he was doing, and he proposed to you in public. What are we doing?
First of all, I'm getting angry because that's not who I am. I don't like that type of thing. So I'm definitely someone who's going to say yes in public and then probably turn you down in private. For the reason that you brought up is that someone's going to be recording this. Like, for example, Disneyland, right? People do this at Disneyland all the time, right? There's crowds, there's people. Like, someone's going to be recording this. Like, 10 people is going to have this. They're going to upload this, whatever. And if it's too bad, if he gets too emotional, if it's like whatever, someone screams something, then I'm going to now be the bad guy to the story, and they don't have the fool. So I'd much rather just handle it. Like, to me, that's the graceful way to handle it. Of like,
Perfect.
yeah. And then you can see it on my face. I'm like,
Yeah.
And then, like, so then people watch the video, you're like, oh, yeah, she didn't.
Yeah.
But, and then after afterwards, I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry.
Don't ever
Talk,
do that again.
But then after that, yeah, no, not never again after that. We have to be over because I feel like once I've told you no, then the future is gone because
Yeah.
that's the moment. Because to me, that's the moment of realization. Like if I told you no that I don't want to marry you, that means
You
I
can't
don't
say
want
no.
to marry
Oh
you.
yes. You
But
can't do that.
I've seen movies.
Movies.
I've seen movies. I know, great reference, but no, I've seen movies where the girl's like, no, I just don't want to get married to you now.
No.
I just don't want to get married
How long
to
has
you
it been?
now. Like
It doesn't
it
matter.
doesn't matter.
I
But
honestly feel like when people say that, they just don't want to get married to you
Yeah,
at all.
at all.
Yeah.
Because
It's
So
a
why?
warning sign.
But my question is, why do we make an assumption? Because there could potentially be somebody that's like, look, I'm still in school.
How do you sleep at night with that person?
But that
telling you,
doesn't
"I don't
matter.
wanna
Why
get
does
married to
school
you"?
matter that?
No, because some people actually take that serious.
But like you
Okay,
said, you don't have to get married next week. You're still in school. Okay, post whatever. It's you say I want to make this commitment to you.
It's just an
This is what I'm
engagement
planning
ring.
with you.
You're not getting married now.
Yeah.
No, I don't agree
Okay,
with
that's-
that. Look,
I see you coming.
I don't agree with that because if there's an engagement ring on my finger, I'm not waiting 4 years just to get married.
keep your engagement.
But-
I've seen people wait 5 years to get married.
I can't do
You just
that.
But that makes more
No,
sense
I-
than waiting to get engaged for 5 years.
Because you want to
You
know what
don't know
happens.
where you're at.
Do you want to know what happens in 5 years? A lot.
So then why are we dating for 5 years? A lot happens. I could have had 2 other boyfriends
But
by
the
now. Right?
thing is, we're using the excuse of school. Okay, let's just say they happen to be in school or whatever. I'm focused on my books or whatever, and it's gonna take 4 years to finish. So they take the 4 years. The amount of people I can meet in 4 years, the thing for me is, in as much as we should wait, we should take our time or whatever the case might be, I don't think you should let something be open and festered out for that period of time.
So I have a question. I have a
Yes.
question for everybody. So do we move in together before we get married or after we get married? 'Cause
After.
are you engaged and living together? Or are you just dating and then you get engaged? Because like you're in school, like so they're just your boyfriend, just your girlfriend. You're just dating for 5 years. But why keep that for 5 years?
I'm
So,
not doing it for 5 years.
so
I'm
the question.
Yeah, I'm not just dating anyone for 5 years.
I can never date a person for 5
If
years.
we have been together for
You
5
like
years,
this
we
stuff.
better have been married for at least 2
Yeah.
of those 5. I
Yeah,
don't care.
exactly.
I don't care.
I think the reason why ladies talk about marriage from the jump is because they genuinely probably have had a lot of experiences where their time was wasted,
Yeah.
and they've had guys.
Yeah, women
come
tend
up-
to be upfront.
Yeah.
Just, what do you want? If you don't want it, be.
I think that's women.
But I didn't even know before we
like
even
in
started
this
dating,
generation,
like-
or like, but I feel like maybe like a few years, like
Were
maybe
you-
like
were
6,
you-
7 years down.
Were
back.
you thinking about this 6, 7 years down?
No, I just feel like
Let's think of what is
I feel
right
like
now.
hold on, I feel like over the course of time, right?
Mhm,
A lot of women have actually been through like terrible relationships, terrible experiences, like that. A lot of women these days are changing how they
They
look
think.
at things, not how they think. Like, cause like a lot of guys are just out to waste people's time.
Think time.
So
That's
it's
right.
kind of like, yeah, a lot of women are becoming more aware, and it's getting harder for a lot of guys too to kind of like. I'm just saying.
To be
because-
fortunate.
Tell us this story.
Yeah, it's kind of like an interview now. Long term or short term?
Yeah, cause
Long term. Okay, cool. Short term or long term?
No,
Short
really.
term. Bye.
Like you can ask
That's
these
true.
questions before you even start dating the person.
Yeah.
But doesn't that
Upfront, yeah.
doesn't that
Can you
scare
see yourself
people?
marrying me?
I mean,
Yeah.
like, I
That
think
to
no
me,
question.
I was scared when someone said I want to marry you.
I think like
I
one
was
question
scared.
that I would ask. I don't know if I should ask this question or not, but I think it's kind of valid. Like, I would probably ask like, how long did your previous relationship last?
I asked that stuff.
That's a very important
I mean,
question.
when was the last
See,
time
yeah.
like, you was talking to somebody? Like,
And
Why
one
do
thing
you
I
wanna
also
know
gauge
that?
is if the guy,
Why do
it
you want
matters.
to
History.
It definitely matters.
Why do you want to know that?
I-
So like,
okay,
okay,
let me
if
see.
I asked a girl that, and she said, okay, my last one lasted 4 months, and the one before that lasted 8 months, and the one before that lasted 2 months, I'm gonna see a pattern.
Right.
And it's not that other people's fault. It's her
Yeah.
fault. And one thing I realized,
It depends.
I
If they
think
keep
that's a-
cheating on you,
That's a
you're
very
not gonna keep
unfair.
going.
but why are you attracting cheaters?
Right.
Check yourself.
Check yourself.
You got cheated on. You got
It's who you're attracted.
It's who you.
It's
One
I think-
thing someone taught me is
It's true,
don't try
though.
to change another person. change yourself to what the person wants you to be. No, to what you want yourself to be for that person.
And see if they accept you.
So if I tell you that I'm Miss World and I'm dating you, you treat me the way I tell you.
Like Miss World.
Yes, exactly.
If a girl
Like Miss World. Yes.
If a girl tell me she been in 5 relationships and she got cheated on in all of those, I'll be a little skeptical. Like,
Please, no. That's not fair, though.
But one thing I know about people,
That's not fair.
people tend to blame others rather than themselves.
I agree with
and I'm
this
scared
statement
of people
fully.
that blame other people. Like,
I
they never blame themselves.
That is one of my biggest
That person. I'm like, what about you? Like, well,
What did you do?
I just stayed back and relaxed. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
You know you did something
That
wrong.
is very true. That is very true. But I think the whole thing about being cheated on continuously, I think that is more of a reflection of that person's confidence.
Yes, confidence matters.
Because I'm not saying.
But that's still on them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That person, that girl, that person, not the other person.
Confidence
That
has
person's
to do
confidence.
with being cheated on, honestly.
Well,
No, but it does.
I'm not
It
saying.
does.
Look, I'm not saying you were cheated on because you were not confident.
No.
Because people get cheated on every single day.
Every
Someone's
day.
getting cheated on right
Yeah.
now,
Mhm.
actually. But the point I'm saying is, if you have continuously allowed yourself to be in positions and situations over and over
In
and
a
over
vulnerable
again,
state.
to where you knew the red flags are right
Yeah.
there. You knew he was talking
You knew,
to
yeah.
on Tuesday
people-
at 8
some people
p.m.
That's not your
at
person.
Arby's.
So
You
then
know?
how can you stop that?
So, hold on.
You leave.
Hold on, let me tell you.
No, I'm saying
No, can I tell you how you
You
stop it?
bounce.
you can't do anything about that. Because
Yes, you
even
can.
if it's not
Yes,
always
you can.
You
Hold on,
bounce.
can I say
you
something?
bounce, but you
Can I say
already
something?
happened.
Yeah,
That's why we're
it
not
happened.
in a
But
But
no,
not everybody, not every man is a cheater. Not every
Can I
woman
say
is a
something?
cheater.
Right.
So whenever I meet somebody new, I don't look at you as, oh, this one might cheat on me. I don't look at you that way.
Yeah.
I carry myself to the way I expect you to perceive me.
Right.
So if you ever cheat on me, it's your loss because at the end of the day, you lost something that you never.
I'm preaching.
But it's true.
Yeah, so and I don't believe in second chances. I feel like you cheated.
Thank you.
There's
I
no
don't
second
thank you.
chances.
Thank you.
Y'all don't
So-
believe in second
No.
chances?
No,
Why did you do this? Wait, what was this exchange?
Absolutely not.
What just happened?
A second
No,
chance if they
you
cheat.
cheat on me, you're done.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm feeling so much energy in this. This
No,
matchup.
okay. The reason why I did that is because it's like,
I did
for me, in my personal experience, just from seeing different people, I just couldn't. I've seen like my friend, oh, I took her back out. I'm like, yo,
Nah, hell no.
what you wrong?
No,
Like,
because if you cheat on me, then you don't value.
Because the truth is
You
Right.
gone.
Yeah.
You're always gonna think about every time she goes out. You're like, what
It's
is
very
she?
easy now as
You're never
women to
gonna
say, oh,
trust
I ain't gonna let him
It's-
go
it's
back.
scary- it's
Once
scary
you're in
for
love,
me.
you're in love.
And if
It's
it gets
love.
to that point to where you feel like the experience that you're gonna have with someone else is gonna be better than your experience with me, then go be with them.
Some
You
people
don't
are
need to be
usually,
together.
they tend to be comfortable with their present. Like, they tend to be comfortable with that person. They believe that maybe dating a whole new person. You know, people don't like meeting new things and trying new things. They just want to be, okay, well, I forgive you. Or, promise you won't do it again? I promise, okay.
No, that's some.
Because I feel like
That's
I know what I have to offer. And
Guess
someone
what? If
else-
they
But
did
you know
it,
what, though?
they did it before, they will do it again.
but I
Exactly.
think it's easier for us because as men, like, I think our pride probably
Yes, definitely.
gets in the way.
So you
I'm
mean
not a guy, but I know that.
it's easier because, okay, let's say.
Okay, I'll use me as an example. I'm not gonna generalize. Like me, I might be in love with you. Like I really might
I don't
want something
know,
with you.
man.
But if you cheat on me,
I'll fall out of love.
I'm gonna be like,
real quick. Like,
How
I
do
have
you
more
fall out
respect.
of love?
No, because why would
How
you
do you
cheat?
fall out of
Why
love?
would you cheat on your? Why would you cheat on?
Okay, well, I mean, I think we've had a really amazing discussion. This could go on literally forever. But I do want to ask you guys, what are our final thoughts on this topic? So,
I feel
if
like
we
I
were in
would
the
have to tell him
position-
in public.
you said what?
I feel like I would have to tell him in public.
Girls,
Ah,
for me,
I
I feel.
Only because like I was saying earlier, if this is someone that I'm dating, right, then they should know me well enough to know that I would like to have a conversation about this first of all. And if we have a conversation about it, if we don't have a conversation about it and you do it anyway, I'm already gonna feel hurt because I don't feel like this was all about, not that saying like you proposing to me is all about me, because it's not, it's about the future of our relationship, and I'm already not going to feel as considered as I would like to be, during a proposal. But if we did have a conversation, I made it clear to you that I'm not ready, again, I'm going to feel like I was not considered. And I feel like consideration is very important when it comes to you asking to marry me. Like, you know, like that's a big deal.
So in that case, it's mean because you don't feel considered. You tell him no in front of everybody around him.
You didn't find. You think
no,
I was?
no, not out of revenge, not like.
Well, it kind of sounds like it a little bit.
No, but
So then why
she
not
just.
She's just
I see
saying,
what she's
like,
saying.
she
It's not
told
about
you
cheating.
no,
It's
like,
just
I'm
she.
not ready.
Yeah, she said she.
But
was
you
ready
still
from the
went ahead
beginning.
and proposed.
And you're
so,
pushing
like,
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's
wouldn't it be
your
the
no.
bigger person move to stay behind closed doors?
You said what?
So wouldn't it be the bigger person move? In,
No,
in
it would have
that
been the
case?
bigger person move to not freaking ask me to marry you.
Yeah, after I said I'm not ready,
I'm
so why
kidding,
you
I'm
pushing
kidding.
it?
Okay, Chidima, you're talking. What's
You
your
know,
voice? What's
I basically agree with her. Like, if I already said that, oh, I'm not ready, like, don't come the next day
Yeah.
in the public setting and expect me to say yes because you're kneeling down and you're looking at me like, I'm gonna say no, and you already know why.
And I don't want you thinking that you can get away with stuff
Okay.
like
Like, you
that.
already know why. Like, we had a whole discussion about this, but you still went ahead and butt the ring and decided to do all of this. So now, who's fault is this?
So, Aaron, you seem to be you want to do behind closed doors
You
kind of.
might, yeah, you might get a yes. in
She's
public.
nice, that's why.
I am.
I will
So they're not nice.
No,
I would actually do the same thing.
Okay,
I would so do what she did because. Okay, go ahead.
But my thing is, we're not together afterwards. Like, okay, well, I'm
Yeah.
telling you guys in public,
I don't-
and then
yeah.
we can break up.
One thing I
whatever
like
engagement.
about my relationship, I like my relationship with secrets, real life. Like, don't tell
Yeah.
people my business.
Right.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
those
if I'm with you, I'm with you. You're not. We're not a groupie. We're a
Yeah.
relationship.
That is true.
So, if he does do that in public, I will accept it. But one thing I do like about my exes or guys I've dated is once I tell them it's over, somebody will beg me like, think about it. And I'm like, yeah. And
That's
funny
what you like
enough,
about him?
no. What I mean is, I've already told you it's done. And like other people be like, oh, girl, think about this now. Like you said, come on now. And he knows. You look at the girl like, I know this girl. She's really done. So you know not to do things that we've already talked about, and you do it, and then you
Yeah.
expect me to change my mind about it.
because
Very
it's
true.
So
And it's
I
kind
will
of
not
manipulative
embarrass
to
you.
do it in front of others.
But once we get home, well, we wouldn't go home.
What's our parking lot? Why do we have to take our?
Yeah, we're done.
Well, I think for me, I think if somebody asked me to marry them and I wasn't trying to get married to them, I would more than likely would feel very uncomfortable in the moment, like all of us, and I would be like, yeah, but you could tell on my face that it's a no. So I would say
She's
yes.
still nice.
I would say it's just like, in as much as there's a lot of pressure on him, there's even more pressure on
But
me.
you know what's weird?
So
You know how all those
Wait, why?
videos
Why?
on social
See,
media?
you say
So it's kind of like
that's
you're
your
yeah
answer.
though.
Yeah.
Like you said yeah, and then it's like, oh dang. So
What do
you
you have
said
to-
no to you? then?
What?
The
why
reason, the reason why I feel pressure is because if I say no, I'm the bitch.
Yes.
If I say yes,
yeah,
I'm in
exactly.
love.
Yes.
Let me be in love for like 5 days.
Yeah.
And then after the 5 days,
Yeah.
then let it just be, oh,
But then-
the
Someone
relationship
sees
didn't
you
work
like
out.
you
It's a- but it's a-
you're like, oh,
it's
it didn't
not
work
a bad
out.
thing. It's a bad thing.
It didn't work out.
Again,
It
bring
didn't
up
work
a guy. He might make your
That's
fiance to
cool.
somebody.
So
technically, your
Okay, so whatever
fiance.
he wants. Oh, I found out something. I don't care.
It's not
It's
right.
not marked anywhere though.
That's why
So,
you should have
It is on social media.
What if
So, but you
everybody
can also
knows
market someone
about
as
your
the guy that got
relationship?
rejected right
All
in
your
front of
close friends, you guys
1,000
come out to parties and you guys are always together, all that stuff. Everybody knows about you.
it's unfortunate.
And
but
then
people break up every
it's
day.
unfortunate.
People don't get embarrassed every day in front of 1,000 people.
Well,
To people they don't
but
do
that's
That's
for
social
years.
media.
But that
For
happens.
years.
Right.
It happens all the time, but it doesn't happen to individuals every day. It happens all the time. But I know we can talk forever. Me, I'm ready to sit down and stay here until 12 p.m. But
What do you
Kat,
guys want?
Yeah, guys.
he said, "Oh, the guys. Which one would you prefer?
Oh, for the situation?
Would you
Tell you right there
prefer
and then.
in
or-
private
Tell me.
or?"
For them tell you.
I would
It's
have
the same
said.
energy,
You
but
didn't even answer.
You said
that.
nah, but let's see where
I'm
you're
telling
going.
you, I'd rather have her tell me like, cause That's the thing.
Tell you where.
Tell me in public,
What's
tell
your
me in
scenario?
private. Like, first of all, I probably would not be in super public. Like, it would.
No,
like,
you
it would
are.
just
In this scenario,
be
you
in
are.
public.
Like me, you, everybody is here.
Either ways, just tell me, cause I believe in like just tell me how you feel. Like you know, like don't sugarcoat things.
Yeah.
Let me just work on healing my feelings on my own.
So
not
that
Does it matter if
She
it's
should
in
say
public
no.
or
She should say no in front of
private?
everybody.
She can say no in front of everybody. I'm gonna be embarrassed. I'm gonna feel some type of way. But then, like, guess what? The crowd is gonna go home. And I'm gonna
everybody
go
can
home.
go home.
He's
on
all gonna disperse,
It's
and I'm just gonna go and deal with my.
He said he's over it.
I'm cry and I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
But what if you have a reputation though?
I don't care.
Brian, what's your?
We all have reputation.
No. Okay.
Why live a lie? Like,
But Brian, what is your
To me,
thing? What would you
just
prefer?
say yes
no.
with your mouth and say no.
Yes.
No. Just say no, yes with your mouth and no with your eyes, because I know you.
Oh, so like
That's what
I
I'm
know
trying to
If
say.
you knew her, you would have been asking her to marry you.
Right, and I would
No.
ask her if I wasn't sure, but
Yeah.
in this situation, don't say
Yeah, that's
don't
smart.
say no
Yes,
in front of
I
everybody.
I get you.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm not getting embarrassed in front of a million people potentially. That next
Okay.
job that I'm trying to get,
gonna-
people are gonna laugh at me.
Aren't
The
you the
boss is
guy
gonna laugh at me.
that?
Really? You okay? Sorry, Nine. Go ahead. What do you want?
In public, right?
Yeah.
It's either you're in public. Do you want her to say yes in public, no in private, or just no in public?
Just say no in public.
Yeah, just cut to the
Yeah,
chase.
I mean,
Y'all are brave and strong.
You guys are brave.
but like,
But I have a
the
question
reason
for
why,
both of you guys after.
Oh my god.
the reason why I say that is because, let's just, okay, I did in the public. Let's just say like I didn't know you. I thought
just
it would
wants
be a
another
good
woman.
surprise. No, that's not
I'm
that.
just kidding.
It's just more like I thought you would, you know, one, be happy that I'm willing to show my love for you publicly,
public,
like, and I'm proud of this. And two, it was my fault because I didn't know you well enough not to
Yes.
do that. But then again, I came in that situation like knowing like she could give me any answer. I'll take a no in public. I'll take a yes in public. So,
It's the same thing.
and on top of that, like if you say yes, you know, I'm probably want to tell some family members, some close friends, hey, she said yes, and Now I gotta double back and tell them like, she changed her mind. Let's just tell me no.
Yeah.
I don't know those people.
Exactly.
I
Doesn't that make it a more complicated situation?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, what if
so final-
if your
That's twice.
people,
You guys?
right, what's the public is your people?
Like your
same
grandma,
answer.
your grandpa, your mom.
I know,
Because
but on top of
I'm
that, and another
people break
another
up
factor-
even when they're engaged, and it's like
Same answer.
even if you guys broke up, after she said yes, what's the difference between
Because-
you guys breaking up in the?
It's,
That's
like,
not
it's the same answer. I still want her to say not only that, it would actually help me because, like, let's just say she says yes, and a week later, right? She waits a week, and that week, I'm happy, I'm excited, I got my hopes up, and then you drop the bomb on me, like, just don't even get my
And you're
hopes
dealing
up
with
like
that twice instead of one
Exactly.
time.
I don't think people are gonna be like, I'm not sure. I just feel like they're gonna bring up an argument and break up. I don't think
It
I'm
happens.
not sure. I want to
That's
marry you.
true.
I just feel like they're gonna make up a reason to break up.
Yeah.
And even if she said yes, and you don't know that she's not ready, she still can break up with you. It doesn't matter if she tells you no in public. Because if she can tell you no in public and that's it, but she can tell you yes, and then a week later you guys break up just because. So what's the difference? You're just more embarrassed in front of everybody that can see.
I'm not afraid
Yeah.
of embarrassment. If
don't
especially
wanna
if
be.
it's one that like okay, I feel like if a guy just gets on his knees to like propose to a woman, that's a thing of pride and privilege. Because I mean, like that's just how I see it. And if
Well-
someone says
Do it
no,
again.
whatever, then it's
You're not
like.
gonna
Well,
ever
pride,
want to do it.
Well, not pride.
practice
Like it's a
on
thing you should be
everything.
proud. It's a thing you should be proud of.
We are
Let's take
going
out
to
pride.
wrap up right
Yeah,
now.
my bad.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Job.
So before we leave, Erin, there is a bowl behind you. So we are going to actually pick our topic. So do you want to pick the topic for next week? So true. So happy,
I
enthusiastic.
didn't want to see which one.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm actually scared.
oh. Do we support friends because of talent or because of the fact that they are our friends?
So if you guys want to hear our opinions on this topic, definitely stay tuned. Subscribe, comment, like, all the good things. I don't have to tell you guys. And I really enjoyed myself. Did you guys enjoy this?
You guys comment what you think about
Comment
this.
below, subscribe, like,
Definitely.
share.
Definitely. Keep sharing.